black crosses, black crosses, black crosses, crosses, black crosses, team nauseous.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Blue Chew.
Blue Chew is a one-of-a-kind service.
Bro, I just told you, get your damn bars on me.
Viagra and Cialis in chewable tablets at a fraction of the cost and straight to your door.
If you could benefit from extra calories,
visit
That
bluechew.com
fucking ad,
for
nigga.
sponsoring the show.
Quick predicts? Hell no.
Avatar Korra, the master of all four
Cause
elements.
how do I not know? How do I know if y'all didn't watch this shit already? You never know. Y'all probably watched this before I even got on here. You don't know. I can't trust everyone's word for it, so I don't know about that.
Storm, the X-Men's goddess of the storms. Weather.
The building blocks of our natural world are nothing
it.
if not tempestuous.
Even you ain't see it. That was me. Anybody else hasn't seen
You
it?
gotta be some kind of badass to control them. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Avatar Aang, savior of the world, uniter of four nations, destroyer of cabbages. But like all avatars, after decades of service, he passed away. Humanity would have to move forward and prepare its next reincarnation to take up his mantle. But who could fill Aang's shoes? Her name was Korra.
Wiz,
That shit
who is
crazy.
that?
Did you leave the door open again?
Deuces, gents.
Unlike her carefree predecessor, the hot-headed, obstinate Korra was an Avatar prodigy from day one.
I'm the Avatar! You gotta deal with it!
Well, Aang struggled to accept his role in the world. Korra never wanted to be any.
All right. First of all, let's scan let's scan the stats. Yeah, Korra. She's 5'7", 137 pounds. She did not eat anything. Her incarnation Avatar spirit contains a light spirit Rava. Likes pro bending, Naga, and Asami. I don't know what those things are, but okay.
Not only
Cool.
is she an expert hand-to-hand fighter on her own, as a bender, Korra can manipulate the natural world around her through martial arts. And as the Avatar, she is the only living being who can bend all four elements at once.
Water, earth,
Wait,
fire.
what?
fire. Not you.
Straight from the Southern Water Tribe.
So yeah, she could bend all four at once. Look, I didn't really watch much of like Korra. Look, I didn't really watch much of like Legend of Korra. I think I only watched like up to like halfway through season 2 or something, and I just stopped because it just got like mad boring to me. I don't know why. For me, it didn't really hit the same like the first Avatar did. It didn't really hit the same, bro. It was just kind of I don't know.
Tribe, Korra can control tendrils of water, form massive walls of ice, and generate huge tsunamis.
Aang once raised the sea level to put out these huge fires. Looking at the size of the area and what it'd take to submerge it, he had to move over 35 million metric tons of water.
And since
I don't get how you fucking measure that, but okay.
Past Avatar, she should be just as powerful.
With earthbending, Korra can heave big-ass boulders around, shape and control metal, and even tear apart the ground beneath her enemy's feet. Kinda like when her Avatar ancestor Kyoshi broke off a chunk of a continent, dragged it across a bay, and basically just created a new island, named after herself. Queen shit.
By measuring the size of the island to get its mass and the size of the bay to get the distance Kyoshi dragged it, displacing this much rock would require an energy over 21 gigatons of TNT. That's almost
Again,
15 times
how
more
the fuck
energy
do you
than
measure
the
that?
entire world's nuclear arsenal detonating at the same time.
With firebending, Korra can fire blasts of, well, fire.
Let me see. Glider staff, earth bending, earth levitation, earth wall, metal bending. Earth levitation? What the fuck is that?
Korra gonna beat Storm because in the show people who can firebend can also learn to control lightning, so I got Korra winning this matchup.
Oh, but floating rocks. Okay. I mean, I know. Obviously, I know what both these words mean. Don't get it twisted. It's just like in relation to like this, I didn't know exactly what that meant. Water bending, water tower, steam manipulation, ice manipulation. Wait, can she not blood bend? I thought Korra knew how to blood bend. She can't blood bend? Airbending, air scooter, air spout flight, firebending, fire breathing, jet propulsion, energy bending, bending removal, can grant bending, spiritual energy manipulation. Wait. She can give people the power to know how to bend? Is this true? Avatars, they combine powers and skills of all prior Avatar plus Rava. That's OP.
jet into the sky like a rocket, or breathe like a friggin'
She's
dragon.
rooted
The
morally.
perfect element to
I
match
see.
Korra's hot-headed temper. However, her final element was completely different. Due to its inherently zen, free-flowing nature, Korra struggled at first to master airbending.
But like all good prodigies, she figured it out anyways.
With airbending, Korra can shoot powerful gusts of wind, fly around on tornadoes, and create a cute little air scooter.
She used this element to defeat the bloodbender Amon, who was fast enough to dodge lightning.
He's not the only one. Zuko and Iroh have caught and dodged lightning as well, and Iroh even caught one from the sky. The leader of a lightning bolt moves at 60,000 meters per second. Comparing the distance Amon moved relative to the bolt, he must have been moving over 200 times the speed of sound.
But Korra's more than just
Well,
a
shit,
badass
nigga.
martial arts superhero.
What's going on,
She
Dragon?
also acts as the bridge
Yeah,
between
cut
the
that out of
mortal
this.
and spirit worlds.
It's Korra
The spirit
versus
world is a
Storm.
separate plane of
from,
reality, and Korra is stronger while
X-Men.
she's physically there. Her direct connection
While characters typically spiritually project themselves into the spirit world, it's possible to enter physically via portals. Strong outbursts of spiritual energy can also tear holes in the spirit world.
isn't coincidence. She and every avatar before her are
Noted.
fused with the spirit of light, Rava. Every time the avatar dies and reincarnates, Rava searches out the spirit to bond with their new body, a staple of Hindu and Buddhist cosmology. I've done a lot of research into reincarnation, which I'll demonstrate today with Boomstick and this anvil.
Wait, what was that?
What the
Now, the
fuck?
avatar is usually reborn into a different nation, but I've set this up so Boomstick will reincarnate into the nearest vessel, this identical clone body.
Hey, Wiz, I feel funny.
Yo, my boy Nick with the raid. Yo, what's going on, Nick?
Off his
Hope
leg
you
and
had
everything.
a WS
Speaking
stream,
of
man.
messing with
Appreciate
your
that
soul,
raid, boy.
Korra can remove or restore your bending, bring her past lives for advice, and tap into the kick-ass avatar state.
The avatar state massively boosts Korra's raw bending power,
the
turning
fuck?
her into effectively a demigod and the de facto most powerful being on the planet, if she wasn't already.
Despite that, Korra's no stranger to failure. She was severed from her connection to the past avatars and was almost killed while in the avatar state, which would have ended her cycle of reincarnation entirely.
That last brush with death left her physically and emotionally crippled for years. Even after physical therapy, her fiery spirit struggled to reunite.
Yo, Nick with the 16-month resub. Yo,
OMG, can't believe it been 16 months pod.
damn, bro, that's crazy. Appreciate the resub, Nick. Appreciate you, man.
Korra's entire identity was wrapped up in being the Avatar, all the way from day one.
And the biggest trials she had to face were when her place in the world was challenged. Would everyone be better
Korra
off
the White
without
Avatar.
Or
I don't really care about her
Korra's
like that,
nothing
bro.
if not one hell of a fighter. No matter what life threw at her,
Like-
she always got.
Like, bro, she got the powers and shit. Like, bro, like she's not gonna lie to you, she's hella OP. Like from what I've seen, or like from what I see, like on her like description, she's extremely OP. Like compared to Aang, she got it. But as like a character, she's just hella boring.
Got back up.
I don't know.
Kick-ass.
It really
Korra
hits
once
the same.
blocked an energy blast from a giant spirit cannon, which created this massive crater.
Made thousands of tons of ice to restrain Kuvira's mech. Don't know who that is. Survived a 5.3 megaton. How you fucking measure that? I don't know, but okay. Spirit cannon explosion. Survived acute metal poisoning. Started a new avatar cycle after the previous had been severed. Defeated Amon Vatu Zahir and Kuvira.
In the center of Republic City, and almost killed everyone.
Taking a look at the width and depth of this crater, and assuming it was all vaporized, Korra must have held back a blast worth almost 6 megatons of TNT. More queen shit.
Show's good.
During harmonic convergence, Korra tapped into enough.
I've heard like mixed things about it. People said it was like kind of.
NGL chat,
Yeah.
I change my mind. Comic book Storm is fucking nutty. Storm for the win. Fuck Korra.
You think so? I got. When we get the Storm's like little description, we'll see what she got going on. But I know Storm is actually like very it's very OP too. So I don't know. Yeah, see. Like that, Korra was one only ability is due to the massive influx of cosmic energy available at one time in conjunction with spiritual nature. Time, it's unlikely to be able to use with a normal fight.
Spirit energy to turn into a giant kaiju and battle the dark avatar Unalaq for the fate of the world.
As I
Okay,
told
see.
you, we don't talk about season 2. Okay, Juan was cool.
From taking down anarchist revolutionaries to fascist empires, Korra
All
proved
this
herself
might
as
be
an
off
avatar
topic, but
worthy
how
of
much
her
I have to pay
forebears.
to keep
With
the
her
show in
teammates
command?
Mako and Bolin, teachers like Tenzin and Tom,
Nothing, 'cause you're not keeping it.
Asami by her side, there was nothing she couldn't do.
Queen shit?
Queen shit.
Come on, little girl. Give me your best shot.
Damn.
Chump.
Boomstick. Do you know what happens to a person who's struck
All
by
time,
lightning?
besides my
Same
childhood,
thing that happens to
Nickelodeon's
everything
lost
else.
cartoon.
You got it.
Do
Same.
you know what happens to white hair?
Personally, bro, Nickelodeon stopped. For me, Nick stopped being like it stopped being good for me like around I'm gonna say like 2013, maybe 2014 is when it stopped being good for me. It was like a point in time I just stopped watching it. I just stopped watching Nick. Or the only time I really watch it is like when SpongeBob probably came on, and that's about it, bro. I mean, they had Fanboy and Chum Chum. I mean, that show was whatever. It was pretty ass. But one thing about Nick, I noticed, bro, they cancel a lot of TV shows. They are always consistently like just canceling TV shows like for no reason. A show that have like 1 or 2 seasons, and then we just never see it ever again. Compared to like Cartoon Network, bro, Cartoon Network, they stick with their shows, man. They always stick with their shows. That's why I fuck with Cartoon Network. I say Cartoon Network over Nickelodeon any day of the week. But Nick did have some pretty good shows, though. Oh yeah, for real. Nick, when Fanboy and Chum Chum started, that's when they started like going downhill. It was just not it.
Mutants whose parents are killed by a plane crash? They become badass weather witches.
After Aurora Monroe's parents were that, she was forced to fend for herself on the streets of Cairo under the tutelage of Ahmed El-Jabbar.
The life of a street rat wasn't doing it for Aurora, so she took off across the Sahara in search of a real home.
And that's when she began to master her mutant powers. In the same way that Homo sapiens, humans, evolved from earlier hominids like Homo erectus.
Wait. So the Storm's name is Aurora Monroe. She's in her late 20s. She's 5'11", 145 pounds. The name is a Wave Rider. Former Queen of Wakanda. Really? Worship as a weather goddess.
Go ahead. Homo superior, or mutants, are an offshoot of regular humans. They possess the X gene on their 23rd chromosome that effectively grants them superpowers.
But it's a lottery. You could end up like old Beak here.
Or you could end up like Aurora and possess
They're
complete
married?
control over the weather itself, while being super hot, unlike Beak.
No.
For all she
Bro.
knew, she was a goddess sent straight from heaven. And that's exactly what the local tribes
They
thought
should've
when
brought
she
her-
arrived in her ancestral
They should have brought her into the
homeland.
fucking
Aurora's mutant gene allows her to
the
psionically
MCU
manipulate
universe,
the
bro.
atmosphere, capable
That'd
of
been
summoning
awesome.
a
Imagine
hurricane
a story
with
about her own
less
movie.
than a
That'd be
conscious
cool.
thought.
When she does feel like using conscious
I
thoughts,
feel like
something
all
Wiz
X-Men,
tells me I
her-
struggle with, Aurora can create storms that cover the entire Earth.
Her weather manipulation
If I had to choose who gets like their own like movie in like their own MCU movie in Marvel from the X-Men, other than Wolverine, obviously, I'm gonna say Storm, Cyclops, Beast, Quicksilver. Quicksilver for sure. Quicksilver could definitely get his own origin story too. I would say Scarlet Witch, but yeah, I don't know about that. Professor X. Professor X already has his own little origin story, bro. You didn't see First Class? That was basically his own origin story. Basically, nigga, took a bullet to the spine and he became paralyzed for the rest of his life. But those characters that I named, they deserve their own like personal film in the MCU. That'd be kind of cool.
isn't just powerful, but precise. She can call upon massive tidal waves, conceal herself in fog, and even generate localized blizzards cold enough to freeze lava.
She can summon bolts of lightning, even ones that are continents away, or generate electricity inside your brain. And she once zapped Cyclops with enough lightning to restart an artificial sun called the Ring of Fire, a name that reminds me of the morning after Taco Tuesday.
Encircling the planet Polemarchus, the Ring of Fire provided all
Logan
the same
equals
energy
top
as a
3
regular
Marvel
star.
movie
But her
ever.
favorite element
Oh,
is
God.
probably wind. With it, she can blow people away
Oh,
with
God, it
tornadoes,
is.
suck the air out of a person's lungs, and generate enough lift to fly. She once flew fast enough to reach the edge of Earth's atmosphere from ground level in just a few seconds.
By measuring the angle and size of the Earth to get the distance and estimating a time
That
frame
was
of
always
about
cool.
5 seconds,
I love that
Aurora
move.
had to have flown at 4,000 times the speed of sound. She can even manipulate solar winds to fly through space. Unlike winds on Earth, which are just the movement of air molecules through the atmosphere, solar winds are streams of charged particles, mostly electrons and protons, ejected from the sun.
Almost as crazy as how she can breathe in the vacuum of space. She creates a mini atmosphere around herself by gathering, stray hydrogen atoms. Atoms, those are like really small last time I checked. Are these writers just giving her whatever powers they want now?
Damn,
How
what
is
the fuck?
that weather?
Aurora's abilities apply to any atmospheric conditions, whether they be in outer space or alternate dimensions. Essentially, anything even remotely considered.
Not gonna lie to you, I think, look here, I think Storm has these fights. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Storm got this fight. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm just having a little bit of a prediction, but I think Storm has these, man. Storm is actually pretty tough. You know what I mean? She might as well not even be human. Korra, she just, she got powers and shit. She's an avatar and everything, but like, I don't know, man. Storm is a little bit different. For all you know, I could say, would y'all consider Storm like a planet buster or no? Would y'all say she's a planet buster or like more like just a city buster or something like that? Some of y'all say yes, some of y'all say no. She's planetary. I don't see no. I mean, I don't see no myself. I don't read the comics like that, so I can't really say. Yeah.
Weather.
Man, I wish I had crazy writers giving me random superpowers just because it's funny. That'd be awesome. Well, anyways, I'm gonna go use my rocket hands I've always had to get my beer out the fridge. Away!
Perhaps her most useful ability, though, is to sense changes in the weather with a pseudo-sixth sense. Aurora literally sees atmospheric patterns and energy as colors, with the world as her canvas.
She's so good with it, she could track a jet flying over New York while she was fighting the Shadow King in Wakanda. That's on the other side of the planet. Yeah, no wonder everyone thought she was a goddess. She is.
Aurora enjoyed all the worship and admiration until
Storm
the
is
day she was
busty, but we
contacted
move.
by an American, Charles Xavier, with an interesting proposal.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Join the X-Men! Oh, pretty please, they were eaten by this living eyelid. It's a long story, but we're short-staffed.
Xavier founded the X-Men as a team of mutant superheroes that would attempt to mend race relations between Homo sapien and Superior through non-violent means.
Because what better way to teach kids in the 60s about the civil rights movement than with a bunch of good-looking lily-white teenagers with superpowers from upstate New York?
Feeling she had spent enough time blessing the rains down in Africa, Aurora agreed and was assigned the codename Storm.
And she more than earned a spot. She's proven herself worthy to wield Mjolnir, led a war against the Inhumans, and even survived a blast.
Let me see. Made a tornado visible from space, reignited the ring of fire, created a globe-spanning storm in seconds. Chat, look at this! A globe-spanning storm in seconds. And y'all tell me she's not a planet buster? Dodge beams of light, led her own team of X-Men, defeated Cyclops, Polaris, Sinister, and Callisto. Hey, y'all tripping. I got Storm in the long run, bro. I'm just saying.
From her own lightning.
This is impressive.
And she can lift
lightning is
Thor's
powerful
hammer.
enough to match Polaris, who once used her powers to punch through Earth's crust all the way to the planet's core. Assuming she pulverized the cylinder of Earth all the way down, she had to have exerted over
Yeah, this right here too, nigga. She's
15
come on now.
teratons of TNT.
She got it,
The
bro.
mutant Callisto in unarmed combat, and
She
Callisto
fucking got
has
it.
apparently mastered every single martial art known to man.
Despite her unbelievable power, Storm has trained extensively in hand-to-hand combat. Get it? It also probably didn't hurt that she's fast enough to dodge literal beams of light. Oh, but did you get it though?
Nope. And after kicking Callisto's ass, she became the queen of these sewer-dwelling mutants called the Morlocks. She really just couldn't escape being worshipped, could she? Even by
She
grody
not a
underground
planet
monster
buster.
people.
Well, she later married the Black Panther T'Challa and became Queen of Wakanda too, so she really runs the gamut.
But even demigods have their Achilles heels. That plane crash from her childhood left her crushed under rubble for days, giving her a bad case of claustrophobia that rears its ugly head every once in a while.
But that's not enough to stop this queen. After the departure of Scott Summers, Storm became the leader of the X-Men, because of course she did.
And when Geordie LaForge eventually came crawling back, the two fought over who would lead the team.
Despite Scott literally being able to shoot death lasers from his eyes, Storm kicked his ass. And even better, she didn't even have her powers at the time.
As it should be, because there's no one more devoted to her team than Storm is. She may be an Omega level mutant, but her greatest superpower is her bottomless compassion.
Mess with her team, and you'll watch as Aurora's heart of gold quickly turns to ice, as she quite literally steals your breath away.
They power couple, bro.
It's time you.
They got the next Black Panther movie. I know, you know, R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman and shit, but they gotta somehow incorporate her in the next Black Panther movie, bro. We gotta see her in the MCU or in some way. Even though I know X-Men is technically not in the MCU yet, I love to see it. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be fire, bro. We need X-Men in the MCU. We need X-Men.
Why they call me Storm?
We been need X-Men in the MCU.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, if you're dealing with the emotional weight of leading the X-Men or maintaining the balance of the elements, or, you know, normal stuff because it's 2021 and everything's on fire, check out BetterHelp.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Oh my god, it's an ad!
It's more like routine maintenance for your mental and emotional wellness to...
Oh!
Let's watch these.
I'm so bored.
Yeah, GG, bro.
Your powers are impressive, but you lack discipline.
GG.
I'm the Avatar, master of all elements.
Bro, you're
You
dead.
want to see for yourself?
You're fucking dead, bro.
Course, Avatar. I'll show you what an X-Men can do.
She's fucking dead. Jesus.
Water, lightning, and airbending? Starting to feel a little less special here.
Shut the fuck up. Go on, Marty. What the fuck? Hold the fuck up. I know y'all peeped that. Hold up. It looks like Ryu. Any reason why Sonic the Hedgehog is here? Spirit Realm. Is that Ben 10? It might be. I don't know. It kind of looks like him a little bit.
Where am I? Who are you? Answer me!
Freak of nature.
Gotta get out. Gotta get out.
Shadow Realm.
Scott, Jean, Logan. I won't let you down.
The whole Spirit Realm, bro.
My cabbages!
I'll wait.
Never be safe!
I was waiting for it. I was just waiting for it, bro. Why, bro? Nah, look. On a serious note, I just want to understand. Why is it always like this cabbage man is always selling his cabbages in the worst places to be sold, bro? He's just asking for his cabbages to be fucked up by somebody, bro. This is someone's damn fault. Find a better place to sell your cabbages. They can sell his cabbages in the hood or some shit, or next to a volcano. You never know, you know. And be surprised when Aang flies out of nowhere and just like throws like a little air ball and then knocks his cabbages to the volcano. And he's gonna be like, my cabbages! Like, look. What you think is gonna happen, buddy?
You're no bender.
Jesus. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, Storm.
I know what you are, Spirit of Storms.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ!
You fought nobly, Avatar.
Yo, that's crazy.
I think I just caught shit myself. This thing
Yo,
wasn't-
she got her top knocked off. That shit crazy, bro. Got her wig split, bro. That shit not
Totally straightforward.
man.
Korra can dominate most fighters pretty easily with
Sheesh.
her raw bending power and martial arts skills, especially with the Avatar state. Not even some of the best benders on the planet, like Zahir and Kuvira, could stand up to her at her best.
However, despite Korra's awesome Avatar powers, she found herself
Black
outmatched
Cross.
by Storm's skill, precision, and overwhelming force. For instance, Storm's massively hypersonic flight and ability to sense and control weather
She's
across the
losing her
planet
last
meant she could
lives.
always fight safely from a distance.
Korra's trained in martial arts from birth, but even if she did manage to get in close and fight hand to hand, Storm's experience with the X-Men and defeating Callisto meant she could keep up.
While Korra may have fought people who can dodge lightning, Storm can dodge literal beams of light. Even just using her flight speed exiting the atmosphere, she'd still be nearly 20 times faster than Korra.
Korra did have access to elements like fire and earth that Storm didn't. If she somehow found out about Storm's claustrophobia, she could theoretically trap her in some rocks to exploit it.
But Storm would be more than powerful enough to just break out. Her lightning was strong enough to match Polaris, who punched a hole in the earth all the way down
Good
to
point.
its core.
Yeah, ultimately, Storm was just way more powerful. Remember that planet-sized storm she created? Well, I know clouds are lighter than air, but those are a shit ton of clouds and need a lot of work to move around.
By measuring their volume and the speed at which they moved, the energy Storm needed for this would be over 500 exatons of TNT, about 250 times more powerful than what Korra could output.
What's going on, Reggie?
Considering this is the same woman who was powerful enough to reignite an
Come here,
artificial
like
star,
2OB.
results
Exactly.
like that aren't outliers.
Even taking the fight to the spirit
Exactly.
world wouldn't have helped, considering Storm has manipulated alien weather from outer space and alternate dimensions. She'd have no problem adapting there. And considering Storm's powers are genetic in nature, not spiritual, Korra would not be able to depower her with energy bending.
And none of that is counting the ways Storm could have ended the fight right off the bat, like sucking the air right out of Korra's lungs or generating a lightning
Jesus.
storm in her brain.
Korra was a tenacious, unrelenting opponent, but Storm's massive range, precise control, deadly skill, and unbelievable power won her this fight.
Don't get bent out of shape. Korra just couldn't weather the storm.
The winner is Storm.
As
Thanks for watching
expected.
this episode. If you want even more action, you should check out the new season of Genlock on HBO Max.
20,000 times
Starring
speed,
Michael B. Jordan,
universe
Dakota Fanning,
creation,
and
one
David
punch
Tennant in a
shows.
fast-paced animated series inspired by mecha anime.
Okay. Let me see what's next. Oh my god, chat. Oh my god! Oh my god. Oh, we've all been waiting for this. Oh my god. It's a GG. Oh, I mean, Isis obviously winning that shit. I mean, there's no way in God's name Isis is not winning this. But I can't wait to see this fight. Oh my
Fuck Death Battle, they
god.
got exposed for being wrong about saying that Green Lantern could beat the realest nigga Ben Tennyson. Then when they tried to make her a rebuttal, they got debunked again. W Ink Tank. These fucking Death Battle dorks have literally admitted to guessing who wins some of the battles, half-assing they jobs and shit. These gay-ass Jake and Devin ass niggas don't ever fuck with the op demon that is Benjamin Kirby Tennyson.
Bro, chill. But yeah, sometimes some death battles have been kind of debunked. I ain't gonna lie, but this one was actually accurate. Mark your calendars, December 5th. Oh my god, less than 2 weeks. We watching that shit. Oh my god, that's gonna be fire.